Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too a terrific matchup in this one. Today, an in-state clash between two teams from the state of Ohio, and here football is important, and beating an in-state rival carries a little more weight. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Akron Tips, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You know, onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. The Rockets want to move quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
Looking to throw on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
And the Rockets with the 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, it's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
A first down for the offense. Makes it past the marker. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Zips come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Zips are moving quickly down the field.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Douglas. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally run out of of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There is no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Caught behind the line. It's Norton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rockets offense is back on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out, held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Running toward the tape. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back. Showing off the arm. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Give to the running back. Shows him the stiff arm. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Zips in the hurry up. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down.
Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. What a cut. Now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on second down. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Cruz. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Toledo.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out and fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Zips! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Akron, Toledo, 7.
The Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Looking to pass. It's Douglas. Floating away. The throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Pulls his way forward. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the little razzle-dazzle? They try to hand the sweep on 4th down and give it to a wide receiver. The defense was locked in, did a great job seeing it, going, attacking it, tackling to the ground. Big 4th down stop by this defense.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. And the Rockets will hustle to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. And they knock him down, but he got past the line of game.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tempo and overdrive. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Rockets are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Bulldozes his way through. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
And the Rockets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rockets! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UMass managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the weather there in Amherst this week. These Minutemen are to blame for this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's turning it loose into the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. He was trying to keep that play alive, getting out and escaping to the left, just hoping something good would happen.
And just buying time, right? Trying to give your receiver time to get open. He couldn't get open. He couldn't find an avenue to get him the football, but at least he bought some time and gave himself a chance. Just couldn't capitalize on it.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Try to get it on the ground.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Toledo 14, Akron 10.
1st down to start the drive after the break. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. After the run, now to throw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
It's 3rd down.
probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
He had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Rourke. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The give as they work on that clock.
And that's a really good stop by this defense. This is when you need it the most. You know they're running the football. You got to be physical. You got to get the ball back when you're trailing. Get the ball back to your offense. Nice stop on 3rd down.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off or to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Touchdown, Toledo! What a catch and run for 6. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th-quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Amaro. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Scrambling away. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Throws for the tight end. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the
throws toward the end zone. He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is
and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Akron.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. Inside the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The Rockets enter the final minute with the lead. A little release to the back. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That keeps the score. Toledo, 27. Akron, 16.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
To kick it off.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Toledo.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Amaro. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Douglas. Coming after it. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
On second down, just keeps firing. Here's a throw downfield late. And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game.
Looking for a deep man. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Toledo! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Full situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He's got it. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David.